Hello, Epic Heroes! Today we're going to be talking about what is anime and manga. For all of you that don't know, and I don't know how to introduce as well as me, guest starring Russell!
What's up? How are you guys? How are you? Come to think of it.
I'm good.
Awesome. Glad to be here.
This is Russell. And he introduced us to some awesome anime movies, so I thought it would be perfect to have him on here during this anime and manga themed video.
What, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. First, I want to explain that we're doing this 4-part series on anime and manga, and the first topic of this video is what is anime and manga?
Well, anime and manga, from the best of my knowledge, is just an adaptation of an art form from Japan that was adapted from their old art, like art drawings and stuff like that, that they combined with comic book ideas from America. It was sort of developed in like the middle of the last century or so, and kind of built up steam and popularity, and then eventually came over to the U.S.
It still seems like it's fairly unknown in the U.S. I mean, I know it's really popular, but not everybody knows about it.
Not everybody does, yeah. Especially it depends on what kind of circle you're from, who you talk to, just different things. Yeah.
How were you introduced to anime or manga, and which one were you introduced to first? Actually, first, what's the difference between anime and manga?
The difference between anime and manga is that manga is the comic book form of anime. Anime is the short term for animation, which is the animated version of these Japanese cartoon styles.
So movies, basically.
Mm-hmm. Movies or cartoon shows.
Oh yeah.
You know, shows, series. Sometimes they'll be
TV.
movies. They'll make movies out of the series in the same way.
So there you go. Anime. It's easy to remember because anime is like animation, and then manga is just the other one, so it's books.
Yeah.
So I can show you real quick. Actually, here is an anime. Oh, it's not anime. Not even manga. Here is manga. See, it's art. A comic book, basically, but they call them graphic novels.
Graphic novels, as another, it's sort of an American term for it, but that's also encompassing of general comic books, at least in America. Also, typical Japanese manga are read from left to right. So from right to left. So you'll read them, in the back page. So you'll notice the binding is on this side, on the right side, and you'll open the first page this way.
Mm-hmm. And then you have to read all the words
from left. You'll read from left to right the columns, typically. Sorry, right to left. Sorry, did I say left to right? Right to left. So right to left, and then down, right to left as well.
Like all the bubbles.
And then you go to the next page over here, right to left, right to left. That's just due to the way that they write, their language and everything like that.
Okay, so yes. My next question is, how were you first introduced to anime and manga? Which one were you introduced to first?
I was first introduced to anime and manga, I want to say in middle school. Actually, it was probably through TV. There was different shows on the different networks, like Cartoon Network, if you've ever heard of that. And then through that, just a general interest, I got into an anime club in high school and was the president.
Wow, I did not know this.
Now you know. Lots of things you don't know. So that's how I got my interest in that. I started studying up on that and just finding different things. A lot of that was before, came around to some, good solid teaching and kind of got out of a lot of that stuff. So I got familiar with some bad stuff too. So I kind of know what's out there that's bad and what's kind of better. So. Mm-hmm.
So you kind of were introduced to all of them at the same time then, or?
Yeah, everything at once. Just kind of, actually really more anime first, just through the shows, and then later I was introduced to manga and had a few of those going on. So.
Yeah, that seems like most of the people that I meet that are really into anime and manga, seems like something about that, that they just got all into and watched, like Pokemon. And,
right. Pokemon was probably the first.
I'm probably kind of unique in my, I love manga, and then everyone's like, what have you read and watched? And not really much, because I really got into it off of Pinterest. I was like, wow, it's so cool, and I loved all the pictures. And
so you just
then
like the art form.
I like the art form, right? I like the emotionalness of like the way that emotive or whatever.
Yeah.
The way that like the I would see comic pages and like the way that it progressed and the way it told the story. And I was just barely getting into comic books. Well, a couple of Marvel ones that I found. So I just immediately got manga drawing books. And then I just started looking at the manga drawing books. And then I just bought a couple comics so I could see like how they did it. But I really haven't read manga. And then I was like, I guess I should watch some shows to actually understand how this works. So I started watching a few here and there, browsing in the bookstore for some like good ones, and I ran into a lot of found from going in the bookstores and trying to browse some good manga books, found some weird genres that had content that I was not comfortable with.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, so this is where I was never allowed to come in this section when I was a kid. And so I was like, so I still love manga because I just love the way it tells a story, as well as just comic books in general, but I understand why I was sort of not allowed to read those things when I was a kid. So, it's that, yeah.
How are you interested in movies?
Oh, anime movies, yeah. Well, after that I decided to start trying to watch some shows, and so I'd meet people and be like, tell me some recommendations, because I don't know what to read, what to watch, whatever. Pretty much everyone told me to watch Attack on Titan, because apparently that's the most popular one right now.
Right now it's pretty popular.
Posters and all that. I've watched a few episodes of that. It's a little violent. I don't mind violence, but I definitely started understanding, I think, and getting a grasp on how to draw manga better after watching anime, because you get to see them moving like from every angle, and but I watched a few episodes here and there of just like some popular shows. Some I started watching and was like, this is going down a train of content that I'm not comfortable with, so I'll stop there. But I still just really fell in love with like the way that the art did. Like they would be very subtle. They would be very like paying attention to details.
Yeah.
Like when somebody would like have a tiny little thought or like make a tiny little motion, they would draw it or have it, and that just really captivated me. I was like, oh man, cool. But it would drive me crazy the way that they're like, don't seem to be that many that aren't really filled with like I guess it's because it's Japanese, but like kind of like Eastern religion, I guess, type of things.
So if this isn't the first time you've ever heard of anime, then now you have, and hopefully we've given a clear explanation of what it is. So we'll have some more examples come up in our later videos, and we're excited to share some more with you.
We'll have a link to the next 3 videos down in the description below, so if you scroll down to the description, then you can click on the link to the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th video. And a bonus video. Secret bonus video.
Oh man.
That we're not going to tell you what's in.
Get excited.
Okay, so give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and comment below where was the first place you ever heard of anime and manga. Maybe this was it. I don't know. That'd be kind of interesting. And tell us what you have thought about anime and manga in the past of your experience. I'm sorry, I'm being really weird. Alright.
That's perfect.
And what was the other thing? Like, comment, subscribe. Yes, and subscribe if you want to see more nerdy videos by me and other such wonderful people. Alright. Now, we always do this epic heroes salute at the end of all my videos, so just to make this consistent, guys, we should do it.
Do it. Alright, ready? Yeah? Pretty sure.
I have. We are epic. Oh, we should do the hashtag, so it's like we are epic heroes. Yeah. Yay! See you guys in the next.
Probably have some more of those for you guys to see, some different videos.
Being
and
like
stuff
so
that.
professional. You're not this professional in real life.
Don't let that fool you. So, don't believe a word they say. You know. Anyway, talk more about these.
Yeah, and we'll have the link to this 4-part series. Let me start that over.
Get it together.